straight away come to the point. Let me straight away start my discussion with the standards on auditing. First of all, apologize for delaying the start of the session. Let me be bang on thing actually here. Now, SA 200 is a standard which talks about the SA 200. It talks about overall objective of audit and applicability of standards on auditing. Basically, this is the standard SA 200. I call SA 200 as the mother standard because when you start reading the subject of auditing, this is like a first standard you should start reading. You should always start with reading with SA 200. This standard not only for any student of auditing, even for any professional also, he has to understand this standard very clearly. So, standards on auditing 200, it defines auditing. What is auditing? What do you mean by auditing? Auditing is an independent examination of financial statement with an objective to give an opinion on financial statement. Come on, what is auditing, my dear soldiers? All of you please repeat the repeat. Come on, auditing is a independent examination of financial statement with an objective to give an opinion on financial statement. Come on, all of you repeat, my dear soldiers. All of you repeat. Come on, record in your subconscious mind. Auditing is a independent examination of financial statement with an objective to give a opinion on financial statement. Don't feel ashamed. I'm in final. Does not matter. Pass. Passing is matter. That's what we will do. Come on, what is auditing? One more time. It is a with an objective to give an opinion on financial statement. So first of all, primer, you understand that as an auditor, I need to examine the financial statement and my objective is to give opinion on the financial statement. What does financial statement comprise of? What does it comprise of? It comprises of balance sheet, P&L, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, receipts and payment account. These are all content of the financial statement of a company. Come on, what is the financial statement comprised of? Balance sheet, P&L, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, receipts and payment, all those things, and these are the accounts which you as an auditor will check. A role of an accountant is to prepare books of accounts and prepare financial statement. That's what you call it as financial reporting. And the role of an auditor starts where the role of an auditor ends, role of an accountant ends, that is examining the financial statement. Accountant will prepare the financial statement, auditor will examine those financial statement. But my dear soldiers, some of us in our firm will do what? Will do accounting also, then auditing also, then issue a report also, filing the return also. How much sacrifice we are doing for the client? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you independent? Are you independent? How many of you do this from accounting to filing? Sri Ramachandra, sufficient. I feel ashamed. But you need to ask your boss, sir, are we not going against the definition of auditing? Because auditing is an independent examination. Accounts has to be prepared by a third party. So, now, what is balance sheet? Shows the financial position of the entity. Balance sheet was Schedule 6. Now it has come to Schedule 3 as per Companies Act. So you need to check. Schedule 3 gives the format of balance sheet. So you need to check the balance sheet. Balance sheet shows the financial position of the entity. A profit and loss account shows the operating results of the entity. The cash flow statement shows the cash inflow and outflow in the entity. And notes to accounts gives the description of accounting policy followed. Earlier, 5 years back, notes to accounts were hardly 2-3 pages. Now thanks to Schedule 6, it is running around to 30 to 40 pages. All accounting policies followed in preparation of notes to accounts you are highlighting there. Then what do you have, my dear soldiers? You also have, my dear soldiers, we also have the receipts and payment, which is prepared more often in charitable organization and more often in case of government organization. For government, for them, balance sheet and P&L is not relevant. It is relevant to some extent, but for them more is relevant is the receipts and payment account. So in auditing, I examine these financial statement. Now, let me take an example. Suppose, say, let me draw a balance sheet. Let me just draw a simple balance sheet. Share capital, for example, 20 crores. Fixed assets, say, for example, 10 crores. Current assets, say, for example, 10 crores, 20, 20. Now, this is the balance sheet. Now, my dear soldiers, what does the accountant do? What does an accountant do? An accountant will what? Come on. An accountant will what? An accountant will prepare the financial statement. Now, as an auditor, I need to check. If fixed asset is 10 crores, give me the evidence for 10 crores. I, as an auditor, I will ask. Who will ask? The auditor will ask the accountant that if it is 10 crores, give me evidence for 10 crores. If you are telling current asset is 10 crores, give me evidence for 10 crores. I want 10 crores, give me evidence for 10 crores. If share capital is 20 crores, give me evidence for 20 crores. Evidence, evidence, evidence. Who has to provide evidence? The company has to provide evidence, yes. The company is required to provide an audit evidence actually here. So, they need to provide the evidence. Now, what happens? For example, company provides an evidence, for example, for fixed assets. For example, take example for fixed assets. Fixed assets, they provide evidence for 9 crores. How much they are showing? Acceptable, not acceptable, not acceptable. Stand up, bhai. Stand up, bhai. Yeah, bhai. What's your name, bhai? Rahul. Rahul, you come across this observation where they are showing 9 crores. 9 crores evidence is available. And in the balance sheet, they are showing 10 crores. What do you think? 9 is correct, 10 is correct? 9 is correct. Correct, Rahul? You're right, Rahul. 9 is correct. Rahul, you will tell the management, yes, you to rectify, they need to reduce the value of asset to 9 crores. Now, Rahul, management will tell, Rahul, we'll give you 50,000 rupees. Drop the observation, Rahul. Drop the observation. Huh? Not sufficient, huh? Not sufficient, huh? Okay, Rahul, I'll give you an offer of 1 lakh. Come on, 1 lakh. 1 lakh offer. Deal, no deal. Come on, bol. Bol, Ray. Come on, okay. 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs also don't want. How much you want? How much you want? How much you want? Bol, Ray. Come on, tell me the number. You don't want any money. Sri Ramachandra, look at this. Ramchandra, why I went to temple today? I should have gone fall in your feet too. A very beautiful statement is made by a philosopher. A character of a man is always known when he is alone with money or woman. Is always known by that actually here. When money is shown to Rahul, how he will react, we don't know. Will react, we don't know. Anybody takes my offer of 5 lakhs, come on, raise hand. Anybody? 5 lakh, 5 lakh, 5 lakh, 5 lakh, 5 lakh. All Sita Mata Ramchandras are sitting in my class. Very good, very good, very good. Client will offer you. We face, my article got a bribe offer actually. What about us? He got a bribe offer of 50,000 rupees. And we train them that see whatever it is, let us not sell our soul, our profession actually here. Earning money, we can earn money like anything actually here. If you become a CA, sky is the limit actually. There is no limit actually here. Which is the most spoken language in the world? English, no. Money, no. Accounting, my dear soldier, accounting. Accounting is the most spoken language in the world. Debit, credit, debit, credit. In America it will change. In France it will change. In India will it change? You will always debit the purchases. You will always credit the supplier. You will always do that across the world. That is why it's a global course. And once India adopts IFRS by 2016, there is no end to it. You will rise like anything. You will become not chartered accountants but global accountants. Client will offer you, sir, we'll pay your school children fees. Nowadays school fees are very high. We'll pay that actually here. We'll pay that. A client will offer you that we'll do one thing, we'll buy jewelry for your wife. Damn, who are you to buy jewelry for my wife? I'll buy jewelry for my wife. Who are you actually here? Who told you to buy jewelry for my wife? I will buy. These kind of offers are made by the client. But you need to be what? Come on, independent. There are chartered accountants. Sit down, Rahul. Thank you. I appreciate your view, thoughts. Sit down. Please sit down. Now, there are some chartered accountants who will tell, client ke liye kuch bhi karega. I will do anything for the client actually here. If client has to pay 5 lakh tax, client will tell, I cannot pay so much tax. Do some adjustment. Swaha. Oh, okay. 5,000, sir. 5,000 I'll make it. Oh, very good auditor. He is a chartered adjustment accountant. Who is he? Come on. He is a chartered adjustment accountant actually here. Should feel ashamed about himself actually here. Anyway, there are certain things we hate and this is one of them, that we adjust to the requirement of the client. So one thing I will try to tell you that we always get attracted towards negative easily. For example, Vikas Oswal does all out of adjustment, you will believe. does not do adjustment, you will not believe. Yes, you will say, oh no, he is also do chartered adjustment accountant, like that. What I'm trying to say, that first thing, the first word which is very important for us is independent examination. What it is? Come on. Never ever be influenced by the clients. You should never be influenced. You should always maintain an independent examination of what, my dear soldiers? Of the financial statement comprised of what, my dear soldiers? Balance sheet, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, receipts and payment. With an objective to give an opinion. What is the next one? Come on, with an objective to. Now, what is the opinion? Let us try to understand opinion. Basically, if you talk about, there are two types of opinion. You can just write down. When I'm writing, you can write down also. Unmodified opinion and modified opinion. What is unmodified opinion? Unqualified opinion. What is unqualified opinion? True and fair. Modified opinion is of three types. Qualified opinion, adverse opinion, disclaimer of opinion. Qualified opinion is true and fair subject to reservation. Adverse opinion is not true and fair. Disclaimer, the auditor is unable to express opinion. Auditor is unable to what? Come on? Express opinion. So auditor is unable to express any opinion. So what are the two types of opinion, my dear soldiers? What are the two types of opinion? Unmodified opinion and what is the unmodified opinion? What is unqualified opinion? True and fair. What is unqualified opinion? Come on. True and fair. Sir, what is this, sir? What do you mean by this true and fair? Please understand that when there are no material misstatement in the financial statement, when everything is correct. Now, for example, take example, when the share capital is correct, fixed asset is correct, when current asset correct, when everything is correct in the balance sheet and P&L, you will say what? Come on, what you will say? You will say unmodified opinion. You will say unqualified opinion. Means there are no misstatement. Now, the problem with the students is that they don't use the word misstatement. They use the word error. They use the word mistake. As Behan, our Behan was telling that you should always use the technical jargon. It is very correct. One of the reasons for failure is that we don't use proper words. In auditing world, we use the word called, what is the word we use, we use the word misstatement. If there are 10 issues, 10 challenges, or 10 things which are wrong, you will not say there are 10 things wrong. What you will say? There are 10. What you will say, my dear soldiers? You will say there are 10 misstatements. That is the word you need to use. If there is no material misstatement, you will give what? Unqualified opinion. If there are one or two material misstatement, one or two mistakes, you will give what, my dear soldiers? Qualified opinion. What is the phrase you are using? Come on. What is the phrase you are using? True and fair, subject to reservation. Some students are having a confusion. Sir, qualified means qualified. No, qualified means qualified as a CA. Qualified, no. Good, no. No. English is one of the imperfect language in the world. So, yes, our, what is the greatest language? Sanskritam, which has got 10 tenses, is the only one language in the world, and 10 tenses are there. So, English, what happens? Different words have different contexts. Now, in auditing world, qualified means there are one or two issues. How many issues are there? Or rather, let me use a proper word, one or two. Very good. One or two misstatements are there. For example, in the previous example, how many misstatements were there? What opinion I will give? First, I will ask them, boss, please rectify the misstatement. If you are not rectifying, I will take a stand and I will give what? Come on, qualified opinion. Then there is the next one. Then the next opinion is adverse opinion. What is the next opinion, my dear soldiers? What is the adverse opinion? Not true and fair. What is the adverse opinion, my dear soldiers? Repeat again one more time. What is the adverse opinion? Repeat again one more time. What is the adverse opinion? Repeat again one more time. What does it mean? There are more than two misstatements. How many misstatements? More than two misstatements. Share capital is not correct. Balance sheet is not correct. When you have more than two misstatements, you will give adverse opinion. We'll try to attract the exact understanding little later, but you just understand a generalized view. Adverse opinion. What is adverse opinion? Not true and fair. When will you give adverse opinion? When there are more than. And disclaimer of opinion. What is disclaimer of opinion? I am not able to express an opinion. Why? What is the reason? Because evidence is not available. Now take example. This question was asked in May 2013. 90% of the evidence got destroyed in war or fire. you will give a disclaimer of opinion. Why? Because you don't have majority of the evidence available. When majority of the evidence not available, what you will give, my dear soldiers? You will give what, my dear soldiers? Come on. You will give a disclaimer of a opinion. So that is the one thing you need to understand. The person sitting beside you, ask him to shift this side. Yeah, sit this side. I need to have eye contact with students. That's more important. Are you clear? Are you getting the point actually here? Understand the point? Getting the concept actually here? So one more time, let us repeat the definition of auditing. Come on, what is auditing, my dear soldiers? Auditing is a independent examination of financial statement with a objective to give a opinion on financial statement. Financial statement comprises of what? Come on, balance sheet, P&L, cash flow statement, notes to accounts, receipts and payment. And what are the two types of opinion? Unmodified opinion and what is unmodified opinion? What is unqualified opinion? When will you give unqualified opinion? When there are no material misstatement. When there are no. And what are the three types of modified opinion? What is qualified opinion? True and fair. True and fair subject to. True and fair subject to. When will you give? Come on. When there are one or two material misstatement. And what is adverse? What is not true and fair? There is more than disclaimer. What is disclaimer? Unable to express any opinion on the financial statement. Because of what reason? Lack of audit evidence. Are you clear, soldiers? Now, let us go to the next important aspect. In the case of auditing, let us talk about some ethical requirements. There are some ethical requirements which an auditor should follow. There are certain ethical requirements. There are certain basic principles governing an audit.